Will you tell her to take her bag off there?
Pues la guardé. ¿No, no pasaron nada? Ah, no, pues.
Gracias.
Nancy, Tara o School. School. ¿Sacas? Sí. Ok. Tienes una Laura y Monse. Una Laura y Monse.
We are back in for quarterfinal number 3. This is the one that could go either way, I think. Salas in blue. Enriquez in the mustard-colored shirt in the back. My name's Tim Baghurst. I'm joined by LPRT Commissioner TJ Bamba. This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, so looking forward to this match today. This is a rematch of a Kansas City matchup between these two that went 5 games. I mean, now we're playing 2 games to 15, tiebreaker to 11, but still a lot of potential for a very close match and tiebreaker.
So we're on a glass court, all glass walls, unusual corners, edges for some unusual bounces. Who do you think this environment favors in this situation?
I mean, just based on experience and the fact that she's number 2, I'm leaning a little bit towards Salas. But Nancy Enriquez, she wants it. She's been working so hard on her game, and she knows it. I mean, that was a hard loss for her in Kansas. She pushed hard. She was ahead.
Yes, she was.
And had an opportunity to win in 4 and ended up losing the match. And that motivated. I know she wants this match.
Enriquez defeated Brenda Laime to get to this quarterfinal. Salas overcame Acosta. Salas known for her fitness and her power.
Power, power, power.
Enriquez maybe a little more control It's going to be a test for Enriquez to control the power at altitude with a pen green.
So Samantha Salas off court, she trains in CrossFit. And some heavy, if you've ever seen any of the videos of Samantha, which you can follow her on Instagram, she has some incredible, powerful, heavy lifts. And you see it reflected in her game. I mean, she's just a firecracker when she hits her forehand shots, explosive movements, strong legs.
Those are the points that Enriquez has to take. She cannot play passively against Salas. Salas will dictate the pace. Enriquez has to take her
hard and
opportunities.
fast
Yes.
for the entire match. It's also why it makes her another fun player to watch.
And you can see it. Salas just powering the ball, Enriquez pushing the ball back, and it then creates just a huge advantage for the number 2. Not the start that Enriquez wanted it. I do like the way that Enriquez, kind of gets herself going after a mistake. She talks to herself. You can do this. Let's go. It's positive. It's a good thing. And a little fist bump. She plays better with a little bit of fire.
Yes.
I think Enriquez.
She's a top player on tour. Currently ranked number 7. She was a little higher last season. She missed a few events last season, but definitely committed to be full-time again this year. It'll be interesting to see if she can inch her way back up. It's a hard fight. I mean, these top 10 LPRT players, top 10, top 12, it's a battle. Once these players get into that, especially that top 6, top 8, it's hard to stay there. I mean, other than these top 4, those 5 to 12, they battle. I mean, every point counts, every event counts. It's so competitive.
I think Salas has an advantage in this match, having played on this glass court yesterday. Enriquez, this is her first opportunity. Kind of has looked at those glass walls a couple times. Irregular bounce, unprepared for it.
Unforced error by Salas.
Yanko Renteria is the coach of Salas, right behind us, telling her to recover, get it back. There's a point. Enriquez needed that. crushing forehand winner from Salas. It's what she's known for. Enriquez taking a timeout. First tournament of the season, TJ, 16 on the list. It's going to be a busy year for these players.
Yes, it is. I mean, our first half of the season, we have a couple new stops and a couple return trips to some of our favorite places. We're here. We've been here before, Grand Slam here in San Luis Potosi, Paola Longoria's hometown. Great way to start off our year. In 2 weeks, we head to a brand new event in Virginia Beach, Virginia. That's LPRT by the beach. Malia Bailey's event. She's hosting. She's current inductee into the Racquetball Hall of Fame.
So if you are on the East Coast, come out and watch. Come out and participate. Be a fan.
Full amateur draws too, so you can play. You can watch the pros. The interesting thing and unique thing about that event, it's not only indoor, so pro singles, pro doubles. They also have the amateur event indoor, and they're doing an outdoor event as well. The outdoor court's right next to the club, so that should be fun. And I already know that some of our players are going to participate in that. Natalia Mendez said she's going to pair up with Kalani Bailey Lawrence, Malia's daughter, in outdoor doubles, so that should be fun. All right, back in after a timeout. Samantha Salas in the service box, serving at 6-1 to Nancy Enriquez.
That forehand is such a weapon. Such a weapon. Even when it's not a great one, it's so hard that it's just difficult to control. Base serve.
Only next time out, I need to play. Only next time out, I need to play commercial.
Enriquez it's not, I don't know what to describe her as. It's like she's not ready to play. She's just half step slow, swinging a little bit late. Just doesn't seem sharp right now.
Maybe a little nervous. You know, we talked about off-court preparation before you even walk onto the court to warm up. Some players need to go out and run, like just to get their heart rate up, just to get warmed up, get their body ready, their brain ready to come in and to battle on first point. Point number one, they should be ready. I think some, you know, top players definitely do that. Paola, Samantha, Maria Jose Vargas, they all have an off-court routine before stepping on to point number one.
Another big skip from Enriquez, and she just can't believe it looking back. She just hasn't found any rhythm. We talked about this in June when she did play Enriquez and Longoria in the final. We'll talk about it after we come back from a timeout.
Timeout. I'll be back in just a minute.
Second and final timeout taken by Enriquez. She was on her phone during that timeout, probably speaking to her husband, which is her coach, getting some advice. We'll see if it helps.
It's the great thing about technology. Coaches don't have to be here courtside. You can watch online. The players go out, they check their phones, they message, they call. Crack shot, nothing Nancy could do about that one.
Again, all defense. What I was saying just before our timeout, Salas has really worked on her backhand. I've seen a lot of improvement over the last season and a half to really attack the backhand as opposed to push it back to the front wall, go to the ceiling. And we see it a little bit in this match where she's starting to take her shots on that side.
Enriquez gets the side out.
1 serving 13. Didn't see this scoreline for sure. So far, it's been all Samantha Salas. We saw 2 solid backhands from Samantha Salas, allowing her to force Enriquez to hit something to her forehand. Now Salas serving. A serve from Salas. TJ 14-1.
Tell you, I mean, these players are ready. I mean, they're just coming off the Pan Am Games, huge event for all of racquetball. They've been training all summer to get ready for that. I mean, that was just 2 weeks ago. So they are in peak shape and they are ready to start this season. Now, Samantha represented Mexico. Nancy was not part of the Mexican team at the Pan Ams. So for her, this is her first event.
Wow, what a way to finish that first game.
That's efficient for Samantha Salas. All right, so we will take a little break here and we'll be back in just a minute live in San Luis Potosi, Mexico.
We're back in. Enriquez spent quite some time on the court. In fact, she switched rackets. Just didn't seem comfortable at all in that first game.
No.
Lots of chasing, lots of pushing the ball back. Salas felt right at home, it looked like.
You know, and that is one of those things that when you look at scoring, you know, as the LPRT has just switched to best of 3 games, 2 games of 15 tiebreaker to 11 versus the best of 5 games. You know, I think this format forces players to be on immediately as soon as they step out on the court.
You can't give a game away.
You can't give, anything. And in 15 points, you can't let your opponent get too far ahead of you either. I mean, every point is valuable.
Salas gave our official Rodriguez a little bit of a stare after that call. Hey, you have an appeal system. You can use it. She elects not to. But that was a really powerful forehand return from Enriquez. Let's see if that gets her going. That's a good serve. Oh my goodness. Salas was right there.
It stayed up, didn't
She
it?
just kind of gave up on it. Just unlike her.
Maybe she lost it in the glass. That's tough.
Oh my gosh. No, she got it. Enriquez should have been watching a little more closely. She's not going to win that appeal.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. We've seen a couple of those in this tournament already.
Yes.
You have to keep playing.
The other one that kills me is during a rally, a player puts their hand up and looks back at the referee during the rally. Don't do that. Gotta keep playing.
Call stands.
Recupero.
Enriquez checks her receiver. Vargas, not so much in that last match. Much to the chagrin of her coach.
Right, screen serve called, so second serve.
That should be a court hinder replay. You saw the ball hit the lights and just drop straight down. No arguments from the players. What a serve that time from Enriquez. It was a little bit lower. Much better start from her in this second game. That was close. Multiple opportunities for Enriquez. Couldn't put it down. Salas turns the side out.
Serve comes up a little short on that one. Good patience by Salas. It can be a tough shot. It's not a good shot coming off the back wall that high, but good patience.
Wow, that's a statement shot from Enriquez. First pinch winner on the forehand side. She's playing much better, seems to have really found some rhythm in the second game.
Double fault. You know what? That's crucial. You just can't give points away like that.
Soft hands from Salas. Nice control on that backhand.
And not to mention, she was falling backwards when she hit it. I mean, she was moving in the opposite direction. That's a tough shot to hit. Although these players do make these shots look easy, especially on this tough court.
Enriquez is asking for a screen. She's not going to win this call. Both line judges agree. I mean, it hit the sidewall.
Yeah, I'm not sure why she would, unless that's not what she was asking for. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah. Well, you can see Salas has moved over to the left a little bit. Well recovered by Enriquez. Didn't let the call get to her. 2 serving 3. It's 2-3, and we've taken about the same amount of time as game 1. Wow, that was a very difficult shot.
Shoulder high. A kill shot from about 39 feet. Yeah, I'd say that's a tough winner to hit.
Vamos, recupero. Venga, ándele. Dale, Sammy, dale.
These are good lob serves. There's the push from Salas.
Yeah,
you saw it.
from Enriquez.
No, I mean Salas was pushing it back.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant how Enriquez pushed off of Salas. She was in the way, and she even asked for a hinder. Didn't get the call and made the rally ending shot there.
Well, TJ, we talked yesterday about changing swings, changing technique, and if you watch Enriquez as she hits a backhand, it's not your typical backhand swing. But in this situation, would you change her backhand? Probably not. She's been playing like this for many years, and it works for her.
Right. I mean, just to give some reference, if you weren't watching yesterday, we were talking about some players who have some very kind of dramatic differences from the norm in forehand swings. Natalia Mendez, Ana Laura Flores, Erin Rivera.
We could also mention Samantha Salas, who has a different forehand swing.
Yeah,
but you're not going to change what is her best weapon.
Right. Not for those players. Not for Samantha. Not for Nancy. For some, as you mentioned yesterday, for some of those younger players who may benefit from having a correction like that. Yeah.
A year of transition brings 10 years of success versus these two who are
at the top. I mean, right now they're number 2 and number 7 ranked players on tour.
I'm not sure why Enriquez was so far forward. Easy pass for Salas. It was a late call, but she got it. Enriquez will get a replay. If you're just joining us, we're here in San Luis Potosi. Outdoor event, so we have lots of interesting light changes for the players and the audience as well.
Venga, recupero.
What a get. Enriquez controlled the entire point. Couldn't put it away time after time. Salas playing defense. Kept it alive until she got her opportunity. Must be frustrating playing somebody like Salas, knowing just time and again they're going to get that ball back.
Short serve call. Samantha unloaded on that one though. I mean, I don't know if you could hear it at home. She just, That's
Excellent
great.
pass.
You know, I think Nancy Enriquez is an all-around good player. I don't think she has any drastic weakness. She played years ago on tour, and then she took a break to start a family. She has 2 kids. But she came back about 3 years ago, I think. The new motivation, and we're glad to have her on tour.
You said she doesn't do anything poorly. I agree. She can do everything. But then I also look and ask, where's her weapon? What makes players scared of her? And that's where I look and go, is it power? No. Is it, great shot making like Herrera? No. So she's very consistent, which is why she's in the top 8. But
what's the next level?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vamos, recupero, no pasa nada, ándale.
Good rally. That's too good from Samantha Salas. Again, the forehand side, it's where she wins most of her points.
Al aire.
Point given, we'll see an appeal from Enriquez.
So overturned. So no appeal used for Nancy Enriquez. Second serve coming up here from Samantha Salas.
Salas beats her chest.
Yeah,
she's one of the game face. She's got the game face.
Intensity.
She and Vargas are, just, you can see it all over their face.
High intensity from the time they step on the court. I love it. You know what? That's the great thing about this tour. I mean, there are so many talented players on the LPRT right now. They're a little bit different style, and that to me is a lot of fun to watch. Different personalities on court.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-shot rally textbook, it was right there. An excellent serve from Salas right into the corner. In truth, Enriquez did very well just to get that ball back, and then a crushing winner from Salas.
So this is our third quarterfinal. We've got one match coming up after this, and that is our #1 ranked player in the world, Paola Longoria, versus Colombian player Cristina Amaya. Cristina Amaya coming back after training hard this summer.
She has, and the Pan Am Games were a big event for a lot of international athletes, and so they put a lot of work into that, and it's transitioning into this tour because that was only a couple of weeks ago, and Amaya moving to Mexico to train, and we saw her play yesterday, and she looks sharp.
Yes, I think fitness is going her way right now. So if she can just keep her intensity up in the early games from the beginning of the game, I think that should be a good match.
And talk about contrasting styles. She has a squash background, so she does some things that you don't normally see from a racquetball player, and it creates some opportunities for her because people don't, whoa, what did you just do?
Mm-hmm.
Flick of the wrist kind of shots. At the same time, it can be a detriment if you're trying to play squash when you're in a racquetball court.
Yes. Close game here in game number 2. What a difference from game number 1, where Samantha Salas really came in and ran away 15-1, and now we've got a 1-point game. Salas serving at 7-6 to Nancy Enriquez.
Enriquez really struggling with the pinches in this match. It's kind of one area where she hasn't hit good ones so far. They're staying up, and I don't disagree with the decision that she took there. It just wasn't well executed, and Salas waited for the opportunity. Another point. That's a very nice backhand down the line. Side out for Enriquez. Love the serve. A little bit unlucky, Enriquez, how that ball kissed the sidewall in the back deep court. Didn't allow her to really attack that return from Salas.
Saque, bola puesta, aprovecho, piénselo.
One agrees, one disagrees. Call stands. Point for Samantha Salas. Another battle, I expect, if that happens.
Nancy asked, there we get it. Nancy asking for that court hinder, hit the light again and took a actually different direction. So they're going to replay. Salas still serving at 9-6.
Salas has won several free points on her serve. If you think back to how many Enriquez has won, not many at all. And so in a match like this, where both players are fighting hard, it makes a big difference. There's another one. Timeout, Enriquez.
Yeah, so players will get a little timeout here. We'll do the same. We'll be back.
I'm Holly Scott, I'm 20 years old, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. I've been playing racquetball for about 15 years. My dad started because I didn't like the daycare at the gym, so I was very bored and I needed to go play racquetball. It's my calling. I love the LPRT. I get to travel, meet new people, work on my Spanish, and it's just a great experience and everyone should experience it. Reaching your dream foundation is really important to me because it helps me travel, to get experience, to do better. Racquetball and in life, they teach you to do things professionally, on and off the court. My goal is to be #1. Obviously, same with everybody. It's difficult, but with their help, I can work for it every single tournament and get better. Donations are greatly appreciated, no matter how big or small. It helps players like me reach our dream.
Welcome back. Game number 2, Samantha Salas trying to seal her spot in the semifinals here, the first event of the LPRT season, Grand Slam here in San Luis Potosi, Mexico. She comes in with another ace serve.
And I just mentioned, right, how many free points, and she's hit, what, 3 aces in the last 4 points.
Yes.
Makes such a difference when you can rely on a great serve to give you a few points, to just help you when you're in a tough battle. Just like that, another great serve, unreturned by Enriquez, and Samantha Salas claims it. 2 straight, first one, very much a blowout. Enriquez just seemed out of sorts. She stayed on the court during game 1 and game 2. Rackets was very competitive for the first portion of the second game, and then Salas in that drive serve ran away with it.
Yeah, we apologize for updates on our scoreboard. That was the match. Salas moves on to the semis. We will take about a 15-minute break, and we'll be back live again for Paola Longoria and Christina Amaya. Thank you for joining us and supporting